There we go. Now my mic should be working. Good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Night, Shaky Mustang, good morning to you. Coming back to that Wednesday, Friday streaming schedule. I haven't talked to you all since the weekend. I hope you all are doing good. Had a nice, relaxing weekend. Slow week. Marlon, I actually took a pretty darn good trade yesterday. And I ended up getting stopped out, I think once or twice. And then ended up taking US 30 short for over 100 points. No, it wasn't 100. I think it was about 90. Gregory Johnson, I got a question. What do a previous day breakout mean? All right. Gregory, market only does three things. If it's in breakout, is it going to trend? Is it going to reverse? Or is it going to stay consolidated? That's what it means. I project the levels across and look for evidence of one of those. Yeah, yesterday was good. Paulie, yeah, it wasn't bad, I don't think. Just had to be patient. Oh my goodness. I'm ready. It's gonna be a good day, everybody. Or maybe it might be a good afternoon for you. And that's okay. If it hasn't been a good day, get it going. Gregory, my family's doing great. I'm doing great. I hope you are as well. All right, good morning, everybody. Just a quick reminder. The information on this channel is provided for educational, informational purposes only without an express supply warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. Please pause stream, read this. Great. Quick little news check here before we get going. Today is Wednesday. And Wednesday, we have news at 10. We had news at 8:15. Oh, I feel like that's pretty, maybe not, I guess. I don't know. But we had news at 10. Today is also the first day of the month. Okay, so we're into a new month. Big moves come around the beginnings and ends of months. So hopefully we'll see some of that. What are you all saying over here? It wasn't a good morning for me. Hoping for a better afternoon. I'm sure it will be. Keep that attitude and get some sun. It is NFP week, yes. Let's see, down here on Friday, non-farm. Oh, wait, tentative. They don't know what time. I wonder if that means that they're thinking about not having it this week. Maybe this will be a bye week, and they'll do it next week. Sometimes they do that. It's supposed to be the first Friday of every month, but every once in a while, they'll push it over a week for some reason. Also, I think I don't know if this will actually affect the market, because I can't remember. Maybe you all could tell me. I think the government shut down today. I don't know if that really affects things, though. Oh, yeah, Best Biker. There you go. Government shut. Yeah. So, taking a look at the NASDAQ. We're looking for templates. We are not looking for movement. We're going to see, do we have any trade? We've got a little bit of sideways movement. NASDAQ has not triggered previous week's high or low. Green line, previous week. Red, goodness gracious, is the previous month. So we got a previous month's high up here, previous week's high. As of right now, NASDAQ has not triggered either of those levels. We closed in breakout on Monday to the upside. So we got a peak high now. And then now they've peak load. All right, this was from Friday of last week. Yep, this was the first green day. Breakout day 1 on Monday. An inside day yesterday. Okay, we did not trigger previous day's high or previous day's low. and then now today. We've triggered the previous day's low, pulled back on the inside of today's or yesterday's range, and have started to go sideways. All right. So we have a high. Maybe now we have a low in place. And this even maybe is a lower low. Or it's a reset of, this up move here. So peak high, peak low, and then looking today, we'll see. We are on the inside of a previous week's level, so I'm not really a fan of that. But we'll see. Okay, US 30, this is the trade that I took yesterday. All right, I took this as maybe not necessarily, God bless America, a first red day, but kind of first red day-ish behavior over here for Monday. And then on the day yesterday, we had gone back to the breakout level, the failed breakout level, right? And also the end of day consolidation high. And also, I think probably the most important thing, high of day. This was the highest place the market had traveled prior to the session beginning. 9:30, 9:45, we hit the high of day and immediately reversed on the following bar, giving me lots of time and lots of opportunity to enter in on that. Okay, we broke down, made a lower low, pulled back. And then it started to follow through down over here under the EMA. And I was actually able to hold this pretty much from high of day all the way back down to low of day. And almost, I think I held partials to previous day's low. So you all know that I've been working on holding my trades to completion, holding it through the level. And yesterday was a day that I was actually able to do that. Let's see. All right. As for today, though, what am I looking for? It's kind of a similar template to the NASDAQ. We have a high in place for Monday. We have a low in place from Tuesday. And yesterday, they actually put in a high and a low, kind of like this. Traded back down into the low today. I think US 30 is probably the better of the two, just because the way this has coiled and consolidated sideways. But we're going to see. Again, I'm not particularly fond of either one. Russell's the same. Let's see. Does gold have a different template? Marlin. Yeah. You beat me to it. All right. We've got how many weeks going up now? A lot. We had a previous month's breakout last month. So market's been going up. And then previous week's high, breakout 1, breakout 2, breakout 3, breakout 4. We've gone into 5 weeks of breakout, or 4 weeks or so. And now we've triggered a previous month's high at the beginning of a new month. Okay, we had our high and low of the day. Little end of day consolidation from yesterday. How many days of break? Yeah, we definitely got 3 days of breakouts. Not necessarily making lower lows, but we're going to see. I think gold is okay. I don't really like how it's set up on the day, but I'll wait and see. All right, oil. Ooh, okay. Peak high put in on Friday of last week. Monday was a breakout day 1, breakout day 2 on Tuesday. Triggered the low, popped up, and is now going back to the low today for breakout day 3. Down moving market and triggering previous month's low. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Yep, triggering previous month's low. So I think this is probably one to watch because it has triggered levels. Gold is one to watch because it's triggered levels. Indexes, you know, I don't know if I'm really excited about any of these. But then again, I wasn't really excited about oil yesterday, or US 30 yesterday, and it still turned out to be okay. So we'll see. Trying to pull up this. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Kurt Richardson, good morning to you. I'm going to show you all where I got stopped out. And then how I ended up taking this trade yesterday on US 30. Actually, this is on a 3-minute. I needed to go to a 5. That's okay. All right, this is the trade I took yesterday on US 30. All right, got stopped out over here. Got a little too early. Popped back up. Started to fall back through. You can see I started adding in. Adding in. So that's pretty good. I think those were micros, but they were, I think I had quite a few micros on there. If I remember correctly. I think I had over 20. I think I might have had over 20 micros on there. Like 25 or something like that. Yeah, I've been using micros a lot more, and just using a lot more of them because I told you I'm really trying to allow things to go further. Commission's still fine, Paulie. Not bad at all. Trying to let things go further. Trying to adjust my plan a little bit to allow things to go further. And then forcing myself to actually allow that to happen. Because I do find myself getting out, I think, a little too early on a lot of things. And I think that I'm leaving too much on the table. Before I was a little bit more, a little bit more willing and okay with that. But now it's become kind of a thing where it's like I just keep leaving all of this on the table. So why don't I just make a small adjustment? And it's not necessarily the size that's the issue with the minis and the micros. It's more of just when I have mini or micros on there and I have a whole bunch of them, I can use that as a way of scaling in to positions, which is great. I can scale in a little bit smaller to make the losses smaller. but then also I can scale out as well to make the winds a bit bigger. Oil has left the building. I don't know why I've got the wrong instrument up there. There it goes, yeah. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see here. I think he's in on NASDAQ, Marlon. He wanted NASDAQ to spike up. I'm looking at gold. It is also an NFP week, so things can be a little odd. A lot of ranges. You got to pay attention and make sure you don't get caught in the ranges. I think shaky, we're just kind of in the middle of a range. And the breakout of the previous day's low may have failed. Maybe we're going back for the high. Now, it might, it could flip around. Of course. I think I'm going to wait for one of those levels to get triggered, though. Like, for example, US 30, where we've triggered the low. Like, I really like US 30 more, I think, because we've triggered daily levels today. Same as NASDAQ. Excuse me. Voice just cracked like I was 13 again. Good Lord. But we've gone back to the high of the day. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going to be patient today. Um, hopefully that we start to break this trend of market open, run us into a level, and then go into consolidation. Yesterday was somewhat decent as far as at least it went from one side of the day's range to the other. Like they opened the market and they went immediately into consolidation, but it broke down in a way that was advantageous to us. We are sitting here and watching paint dry. Oh, it's pretty dark in here, isn't it? Not that you all really need to see me. It's just the window is right behind one of my screens. So if I open that bad boy, I just get face blasted by sunlight. Okay, first 5 minutes of the session have printed. We're into the first 10. Ed, what does that mean? Moving average. Oh. Yeah, I agree, Mustang. I'm sitting here watching it bounce off the previous month's low, or just kind of sit at it. News at 9. Well, it's 9:40 right now, so I don't know what that means. I think you meant news at 10. You're probably an hour behind or something. Ed, good morning. Yeah, doing pretty good, Ed. Not bad. You as well. Well, US 30 just went back to the previous day's high. Went up and took that out. Oh, gotcha, Halim. I don't think I've heard of. I don't think I've heard of that, Ed. I'll have to look at and see what you're talking about. Is PMI considered major news? Whatever that news event at 10. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, it says it's major red here on Forex Factory. Absolutely, Mustang. We got 2 minutes to the new 15-minute bar, but we do have the news at 10. This is kind of usually going to be around my cutoff of where I'm not really willing to take trades anymore till after the news. Yeah, Marlon, I was looking at gold as well. The only thing I don't care for is, we're outside of a previous day's high, which is fine. I think I'd like to see a stronger, when gold traps and then starts to move, it usually, it'll really go, I think I'd like to see that before I commit. I do like how it's come down. Look at this consolidation. Boop, boop, sideways, breakout, pull back. We need to see some strong follow through. Five minutes before news. Yeah, I think. Well, so my thing with the news, Ed, is more often than not, and I'm not. So I will not say every single time, but more often than not, before the news, 30 minutes, 40, 15 minutes or so before, they'll drive the market into an extreme or drive the market with a wide range bar, and then just stop. They'll create a range, and then they'll spend the next 15 minutes on the inside of that range, which means that I'm not making money. Maybe I'm not even losing money, but I'm just on the inside of this range, and then I'm forced to exit my position right before the news, either at break even or maybe a small win or a small loss. But what's the point of taking that trade? Now, there are times when maybe like right at the market open, maybe there's news at 10, right at the market open, there's an opportunity to I do take those, and you all have seen me take those. It's just not very, very often. Oh, boy. I am sore. I will tell you all, my back. I had a back day yesterday, which included I do a little bit of squats on my kind of throughout the week, and I had taken a few days off of the gym, and coming back, I feel a little rickety, but it feels good. How's it going? Are you doing any coaching soon? Not really. I've been enjoying doing the live streams and kind of just trading and doing the live streams and hanging out with you all. It's been less stressful for me, and I know that sounds really selfish, but I just bought this house. I just got married. Like, a lot of big life events happening all at once. So I've just been very happy to focus on that, and above all else, focus a little bit more on God. Because I think that's probably what the world needs. Not to go on a long spiel about it, but that's kind of why I've been just focused on trading and doing this. The little live streams. I did, and yeah, I've been married now. I think we're into our second year. I think we are into our second year. Moved from South Carolina to Florida, which has been just a blessing in general. Florida's originally where I'm from, so being able to get out of the military in South Carolina, move back to Florida, although I'm from the East Coast and now I'm on the West Coast. Oh, wow. Good stuff, Ed. I met a couple, it was two separate couples. I met two couples the other day. One couple was celebrating their 45th year of marriage. The other couple was married for 42 or 43, which is just incredible. Yeah, so this is this normally, going back to trading, this is about where I'm starting to think about taking shorts. Okay, there's news in 10 minutes. I'm not gonna hype this up and say, oh wow, I should be getting in right this very second. But we've triggered the low. And we've maybe gone back to the high and failed to go higher. Nasdaq's got 3 peaks. So like, we triggered the low, we come up with 3 peaks, break down, maybe we're going back for the low. Oh, wow, Ed. Just celebrated 50th. That is phenomenal. Wow. Mama, what do you think? What do you think led to those 50 years? You think what were some of the largest contributing factors, do you think, to having a successful marriage of 50 years? Got 9 minutes to go. Yeah, 50 years. That's incredible. And two great sons. Yeah, we don't have any kids yet. Maybe one day. Got 8 minutes to go. You want to go to a Latin service? Hmm. Overfit. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow. Oh yeah. I guess I never really would have thought of that. Over time, becoming a different person. Or maybe your values. Maybe your values change over time. Sort of. Seven minutes to go. I have no positions. I've not taken anything. I have no orders in. I am simply waiting for the news. We've got 6 minutes. That's why I've just been sitting here kind of shooting the breeze with everybody. Because I don't really, there's nothing to take. Not yet, anyways. Not yet. I think today's was it leg day? I think it's mainly legs. Like I squat yesterday, but not really, legs. I think today is mainly legs. If you can't, yeah. If you can't name your setup, yep. Do you train cardio? Mustang, I'm going to tell you something. I used to run every single day. 10 plus miles every single day. It was something like 40 to 50,000 steps a day. And I was running. So I don't really like running anymore. So I go for walks. I do like walks around the block now. And that's my cardio. Burpees every day. That'll definitely do it. Yep. Burpee is a phenomenal exercise. You gotta do 8 count burpees. 8 counts they're rough. Yeah, Mustang. Yep. We got 4 minutes to the news. Yeah, and I do think Mustang. I think I'm probably going to. I probably will get back into running myself, just because I know it is really good for your heart and stuff like that. Um, I don't know. I might need to find other ways of training that way. To me, running is just. I'm not gonna say it's boring, but it's just kind of. I don't know. I feel like like for example, sprints. Elevating your heart rate and trying to get it to come back down over and over and over again. So basically, you sprint, walk, sprint. Uh, those are supposed to be really good because what it's doing is it's getting your body acclimated to like it raises your heart rate and your body needs to be able to bring your heart rate back down, and doing that over and over again is supposed to be really good for your cardiovascular system or whatever. But um, yeah, sprints are supposed to be really beneficial, so I'll probably start doing those if anything. I love tennis. I'm 6'2". I'm almost 6'3", but so you think I'd be really good at basketball? And I liked basketball, but I think I like tennis more. Yeah, and I was too. I've definitely slowed down a bit because I haven't been running. All right, here we go. Here comes the news. So right now, Nasdaq has broke down under the EMA. They triggered previous day's high. They triggered the high of the day. Immediate reversal back down on the inside of the day's range. They triggered previous day's low, which could be a lower low. Looking for follow through. I have not entered anything. I have no orders in. So I have no orders in. That's so funny, Shake. The moment you said that, I watched your message pop up the moment I clicked the little bubble. We both went to check the same thing at the same time. They just had to toss that 0.1 in there, huh? Oil news at that's an odd time for it. No. Oh, Daniel, you're okay. Yep. You're on different times. So Eastern time 10:30, but your time 3:30. Something I've just noticed on US 30, even though we triggered the high and they brought it back down here, they've immediately dropped it back into consolidation, which is fine. I'm good with that. They're not letting out the shorts. If I short either of these bars at the close, I am still not doing too good. And this is looking like the I call it the cat's mouth, okay? I think it's probably just a W. But for whatever reason, when I see this exact thing, what I'm talking about is a curl down, a spike up, a spike down, which creates basically a double bottom, and then an immediate V bottom reversal off of that if it spikes up through the high. I think it's probably just a double bottom, but to me, it just looks like the mouth of a cat. And I've seen a lot of really big squeezes come off of this. Not to say that it will. I don't know if it will. I've just happened to seen it in the past. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like, doesn't it? Like this is, it failed to go higher, but maybe this is just a higher high. Maybe we're going to squeeze. Not to say that, again, not to say that we will. I really don't know. But it certainly kind of is giving that feeling, right? We kind of this little gap up here, but yesterday's close. I don't know. Let's hang out for a minute and see. This could be the triggering for a lower low, or this could be a failed breakout, and we're going back to the high. In a breakout market, right? We broke out of Friday's high. Pulled back. How many levels of drop do you think that is from here to here? Did they extend the high of the week as well? No. No, not really. You're the man. Appreciate it, Ed. Well, I wish that I would have gone live yesterday since I took a trade that actually I let it play out too. all the way through instead of just scalping it. Of course, the one day that I don't do the stream, right? But you know what? That might be okay because the other days that I don't do streaming, so Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday when I'm not streaming, I'll just save the trades and I'll just discuss them with you all on the streaming days. Yeah, it kind of seems like maybe it consolidated sideways shaky, and maybe this is kind of the pattern that they're building for the day. Consolidate. They've spiked up. They spiked down. They've traded back up into the high. And now we're waiting to see, does it follow through to the upside, or does it trade back up into the high and fail to go higher? Maybe it bounces off the high of the current day and then follows through back down. Still no orders in. Still nothing entered. Still waiting patiently. Y'all didn't tell me again. Looked like I was slouched in my chair like a shrimp. I wasn't. It was just the camera angle, I promise. Nothing is better than nothing. Well, a trade setup would be nice. That would be fantastic. Where's Kurt Richardson comes in here every day and he just says hello. I say hello back. And then we never hear from him again until the next day, but he's here every day. Not to call you out, Kurt. I just thought that was funny. I thought about it. That's funny. I don't think I have a setup. I don't think I have a trade right now. I don't think I have anything. I don't even think I have anything on oil. All right, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, that was the wrong camera. Got a close up of my neck. Oh my gosh, this looks like a ton of fun. Gold has been sitting in a 1 bar 5-minute range for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We're into the 45th minute of gold sitting in this range. What is that? Although NQ's kind of been doing the same. Kind of feels like they're dragging it up. They just keep dragging it up. I have not entered anything. I have no orders in. I still have not entered anything. I still have no orders in. I'm just adjusting my notes on my other screen here. Bringing my notes a little bit. You all know I'm very weird about my annotations. Feels like a cutting grass day. Yeah, that's what I was just out there talking to my wife, Polly. I think we're going to go, once I'm done trading, we're going to go kayaking. But I'll tell you what, my grass is looking mighty healthy. But I do have this palm tree. I've been trying to save it there's an ant hill that is formed under the root system of the tree, and I noticed that it started to die. I love the weed whacking. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite part. Just watching those edges get created. Shoo, buddy. What a time to be alive. Lift the bed, pull the off. Do we have the... Yeah. I don't know. Oh, oil's triggered levels and is doing a little something over here. Oil does also have that news at 10:30, which I need to be aware of. What do you use to keep the weeds out of your lawn? My hands. I just go out there and I pull them. It's Florida, so it's hot, so I do it in the evening time a lot of times. Oil short squeeze. Yeah, I'm watching that. NQ is looking mighty interesting as well. I am watching NQ very closely. Although oil, we had 10 minutes. 24D weed killer. I use, so my main problem as far as weeds go is Florida snow. And it's like, I don't even remember what the word for it is. It's, pusley, whatever it is, Florida pusley. The stuff is vinular and it just grows in these thick. It's quite annoying and it spreads very fast. I still have no orders in. I'm not in on anything. Although I do wish I was considering going long on NASDAQ on the close of this bar. And now I'm seeing that I probably should have. But it's okay. Eight minutes to the news on oil down here. think that if at 10:30 we don't see anything exceptional, my day will be concluded. But I think we do have a little bit of potential here, so I'm willing to wait. Yeah, I mean, that's a long ways away, Polly, to get to the previous day's high. It's a pretty good ways away. We're into a new 5-minute bar here by a few minutes. Got 2 minutes left on this bar. It would be nice to see maybe a little bit of a blow-off move. Let's just go up there and trigger the run into the previous day's high real quick, and that would be ideal. That would be ideal. 56 seconds left on the bar. Is it going to follow through, or is it going to pin through the high at the last very second? I don't know. Six seconds left. We have broken out of the high of the day. We are looking for a sharp, fast, explosive squeeze through the high of the previous day. Can we get to the previous day's high? I'm looking for a place to add in. Marius, good morning to you. I am looking for a place to add in. I am not looking for a place to get stopped out at break even. Which is exactly what's going to happen. Well, they came down and they got me. Well, all right then. Let's give it a few more minutes. Okay, oil had news 10:30. So that's what we're looking at over here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any evidence of that just yet, Maris. At least not for myself. It's very possible. We've triggered the previous day's high. We've triggered the high of current day. If that were to fail, could be good. But if it keeps pushing up into those and getting bought back up sooner and sooner, it might see a squeeze instead. Didn't think I had anything today. I'm shutting it down with nothing. Count that as a win. Heck yeah, John. Heck yeah. Mustang, see you tomorrow. We are pushing up right up into that previous day's high, just about. But can we get there? Polly, we did it. Yeah. What did we do? What have we done? Did we? I don't think it quite got there. One minute and 41 seconds left on this bar. Oh boy. Wish I, yeah. It was a decent little move here. Coming just shy of the previous day's high. Coming back down just as strong almost immediately. Interesting. Is this where it's going to drop? Are we just in a small pullback? Well, I don't think I'm really interested anymore. I think I'm going to be done for today. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a great rest of your day. And I will be seeing you all on Friday. Like I said, we're doing these streams every Wednesday and Friday now. So I will see you all then. Y'all have a good rest of your week. And I will see you Friday. You have a good one. Bye-bye.